Nobody checked if you made it home. You were 8. The key was under the mat. You let yourself in. You made your own snack. You did your homework alone. The silence wasn't scary. It was just Tuesday. Nobody called to ask if you were okay. And somehow, you were fine. That's Generation X. Born between 1965 and 1980, this generation grew up in houses where independence wasn't a parenting philosophy. It was just reality. Both parents worked. Divorce rates climbed through the 70s and 80s. The adults in charge kept promising stability, then pulling the rug out. Companies laid off loyal workers. Political scandals replaced trust with skepticism. So Gen X stopped waiting to be saved and started figuring things out alone. People often mistake this for coldness. A coworker doesn't complain when overloaded. A friend shows up without saying much. A parent provides without ever explaining why. From the outside, it looks like emotional distance. But psychologists who study this generation describe something more precise. A coping style built from decades of learning that feelings don't change outcomes. Action does. This isn't a flaw in the emotional wiring. It's actually a specific kind of intelligence. When you grow up in high-consequence environments where mistakes have real costs and nobody buffers you from them, your brain learns to think several steps ahead. You don't react, you calculate. You carry a quiet awareness of how quickly things can fall apart, which is why Gen X tends to maintain multiple income streams, hold their cards close, and laugh at things others find too dark to joke about. That humor is worth examining. Irony became their native language during the Cold War, when duck and cover drills and nuclear anxiety were delivered with the same casual tone as a weather report. Holding two contradictory things at once, the awareness that the world could end and the obligation to keep showing up, created a psychology that refuses to be too earnest about anything. But here's the question nobody asks. Is this resilience? Or is it armor? Because there's a difference between someone who doesn't need help and someone who learned long ago that asking for it never worked. Gen X carries both possibilities inside the same silence. They built the internet. They raised children they vowed to parent differently. They work without demanding recognition. They hold things together quietly, without expecting applause. And maybe that's the real story. Not that they're forgotten, but that they got very good at not needing to be remembered.